to?
I'd have to go through the list again
Okay.
because I can send it to
I heard that
Little
he
Miss
was.
All right.
Pepper and she can send it to you guys.
Welcome everybody to Ladies Night Live. We got everybody on deck. We got Shannon, Terminator, Karen, and Tambra. How are y'all ladies doing this evening? I'll start off with one and we'll go on down the line. Shannon, how about you? How's your day?
It's good. I'm resting my ankle. It's on ice right now, so I'm good. Got some of my garden planted, which is nice.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
I just gotta wait for it.
Oh, sorry?
I asked her if she got her haircut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Terminator got a heck of a haircut. She done cut it herself, and
Yeah.
she said it was too damn hot.
That's the do I wore in the army.
Too hot. I love it. When I had my second daughter, I had my hair cut off because I used to be able to sit on my hair. I had it cut off, and because I was getting a lot of headaches during my pregnancy, and I was really weak. And then my doctor told me to cut my hair because my body was putting all the strength into growing my hair. So I cut my hair all off, and I hadn't had long hair since 46 years. Well, no, less than that, about 43 years because of COVID. Because then when COVID hit, I let it grow. But yeah, no, I cut my own hair. I think I've been to a hairdresser once and had it cut. Didn't like the way the lady cut it. I asked her how I wanted it. So all I did the other night was put it in a big ponytail, took the scissors and cut it off. And then I waited a couple days, the next day, and because I only cut it till about here. Yeah, I cut it till about here, and then I got mad, and I went outside and went in the barrel outside, washed my hair outside, and then I turned around and just took the scissors and I just cut it right off like I like it. I can make mistakes and my hair goes curly and you don't see the mistakes. But I tell you, we had some 90 degrees weather here while I was trying to get the rest of my garden. I had over 200 onion plants to put in and like onion starts. I had to fill all the containers and that I was planting it in, and then I did all my extra tomatoes. Well, I got 95% of my extra tomatoes planted and all the extra work I needed to do. And what Jennifer from
Northern Girl
Terminator,
Hobbies.
Northern Girl Hobbies. We swapped plants when she came and came and visit me, and then she did a video. She's putting in I did a video out of my garden, but she's going to be adding more to it because she did so much on her phone and her phone battery was going dead. So I put it on the charger for her, and then we continued using my phone. So she's going to edit it and put a new release out. But yeah, so and then I get all this planted, and we've had heavy rain since yesterday. Put it this way, a 55-gallon barrel. Well, the size of a 55-gallon barrel off the roof, they're overflowing, and in my wheelbarrow, the wheelbarrow's almost to the top. That's how much rain we've got in less than 24 hours. Wow. And we're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow and another hit of rain on Saturday, the same amount. So I've got a few tomato plants that have been damaged in the garden, in the buffalo seed garden. One of my Big Mama, they're my tomatoes for doing sauce and stuff. So Terminator, no, go. And so I've got a couple that have been damaged from the heavy rain because it was really heavy last night. And then my pots that I did, I forgot that they needed holes in them because I do holes about 2 to 3 inches up from the bottom, so they have a little reservoir so water stays in, so they never dry out. So I had to go out today in the rain and drill holes to make sure because my onions were being flooded out. Then the pigs love it. Their pen is completely flooded. They like that.
They like water.
No, no. But yeah, everything's pretty flooded around here right now.
And I know that you already have trouble with it. The only bad thing about all the rain is all the frickin' mosquitoes.
Oh hell. They're
Yeah.
terrible
Well,
here.
the thing is, yeah, what I'm going to do, I've emptied all my barrels and cleaned them because I knew the rain was coming because they were just mutilated in baby mosquitoes, like the larvae. So I've cleaned it out. So I'm going to take my big jugs of vinegar and I'm going to go and throw vinegar in my water and it kills the mosquito larvae. So I'll go around and dump a cup or two in each barrel.
Can't use
And the
that
vinegar won't hurt. For
it
what?
It won't hurt the plants.
No, down there, my barrels down there, I won't do it to, just the ones up around my cabin. Because I just use them for boiling water for dishes and doing laundry, and that won't hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
You can use a touch of bleach too,
Yeah,
because you can use bleach to purify your water, and it kills mosquito larvae.
because we have a dug well, because our well is dug. In the spring, we put about a half a cup of Javix in it. Then I'll do a good load to run the water and everything just to help circulate the water, and it kills all the bacteria. And then we do it again in the fall. That's what we were told to do. And that's what we've been doing the last 25 years.
Shock it. I've been
I'll go so far on my
Yeah, because our water, the only thing. What?
And every 3-foot mud puddle in the driveway or in the yard that's holding water, I'll hit it with the bleach.
I just do a trench and get it going, get it flowing away.
And the other
Yeah.
alternative,
Oh, I got so much grass to cut.
Oh yeah, me too.
Gasoline and stuff, or those little baits, little discs you buy that you just throw in there.
Yeah.
But if you read, it says don't use near food plants. It's safe for your lawn, but not your food plants. Well, my lawn is my food plants.
Yeah, we use that for to put in the like the water and the.
I put it in the ditches.
The sewage system at work. Those little tablets.
No.
Well, they're about this big.
I put them in my ditches that run everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's safe for fish and stuff, and that's fine and dandy. But the mosquitoes, because I've got we're real low level, and the water table is real high here. So when it really rains, it just sits days and days and days. It doesn't soak in right away.
Yeah. Same thing here.
I got down in behind where I used to have my cows. Down in behind my barn where I used to have my cows, it's Timothy hay growing, and it's like over 3 feet tall. I got to go in there with the hand side and cut it.
Yeah.
I got fescue growing in where I shut my garden down. I put in hay, I put in rabbit poo and cardboard. Well, the cardboard's already rotted away. And I went out there and I had some grass poking up about 3 inches. It rained. I waited 4 days. That grass was 3 foot tall. I just been cutting and throwing it to the horses. I'm not even going to pull up the roots. I'm just going to smother them again this fall.
In your lives?
When I put the next one on.
I don't
know.
At least I know.
I think so.
You should look at those.
Tambra, how have you been?
Oh, hot. Today
We're getting it this weekend. It's gonna move in tomorrow and Saturday.
Humid. It's humid here.
Yeah.
I know. We're supposed to go up in the 90s.
90% humidity. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I know.
50% in
we just had a whole bunch of rain, and man,
it rained? All right.
Yeah. We've been having rain quite a bit.
Oh yeah, us too. It rained today.
But we need more though.
A couple of days since it rained here, but I can't keep up with the weed eating and the mowing and that kind of crap.
Depending on where you eat, I'm sorry, but on my fence lines and stuff, industrial vinegar and salt.
That's what I'm using.
I do not like to weed eat.
And a couple tablespoons of Dawn.
Dawn, yeah.
That's what this says.
Yeah, but I use that hard strength, and I set my sprayer to spray about an 8-inch path.
Yeah.
And I just spray that bottom fence line.
I'm gonna do that too, around the high tunnel. And then I'm
And
gonna.
my weed eater started leaking oil. And my husband was fussing. I just laughed at him and said, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it, baby."
I bought a new one because I tore the other one up,
Oh, man.
but I've been using it. But it's hot, so hot.
This week I cleaned out all along both houses, all up under my porch where I had the forest growing. Took everything down to the ground, laid down cardboard, and put in 4 inches of good cedar mulch.
Yeah.
And my yard looks beautiful. The house is ugly and still needs a facelift, but the yard's
Oh,
looking
hell.
great, y'all.
My house looks like shit inside, but my garden looks okay.
6 hours from me, a place called Timmins. A place called Timmins, 6 hours north of me. They've all got frost warnings on for tonight.
Do what?
It's supposed to drop down into frost.
That ain't even right.
They're telling everybody to cover the gardens.
That ain't right.
Remember, as the poles tilt, your zones change, and the weather patterns are fucked up right now. Trying to get used to the new location.
Big time.
When the pole finishes moving, when it comes to its final resting place, which is going to be somewhere over in Siberia, the East Coast
What are we
is
gonna
going
be
to
like?
be subtropical, and the equator is going to run from South America up through just past the tip of Florida, maybe even through the tip of Florida, and up through
Texas?
right beside Iceland.
Oh, yeah.
The equator is going to shift all the way up from. There's one town in South America where it's going to stay.
What's Texas gonna be like?
Like Georgia now.
Same as it is now, huh? Pretty much.
Yeah, not quite as.
Hot?
I was going to say a little more, because we're going into a subtropical rainforest here. In Georgia and Florida, we're turning subtropical and turning into a rainforest.
Well, 3.5
We have
hours
all
up
these
here.
plants that are suddenly showing up, and all this animal life that's suddenly showing up. And it's not just because the conditions are okay here and there, it's because the conditions are changing and their habitat is expanding. Like the Burmese pythons and stuff.
Oh no, we don't want none of that shit.
The
no thanks.
South Florida is the same as the Hindu climate it came from. And it's warming up.
Florida's tropical.
Yeah.
South
Yeah,
Texas
it's
is
supposed
tropical.
to be subtropical. I am not subtropical. I am temperate.
Well, I'm telling you,
And
3.5
it's
hours from here is
tropical now.
tropical.
It's tropical now,
Yeah.
and it's going to spread. It's like I said. Think about the Earth shifting, but the equator staying the same. And instead of running around what you think of as the middle of the planet, it's going to run on a diagonal.
really.
Yeah.
Like I said, from South America up through Greenland. Or
Yeah, and
Iceland area. They're
We've
going to
got-
be the new tropics.
Yeah.
we've gotten
That
to where
means
we can
East
grow
Canada,
coffee
too.
now.
You can grow tropical stuff. I know you can, little Miss Prepper.
Yeah, but
You
we
grow-
can even grow
Hey, if I-
coffee.
Not yet, and that'll be in the mountains up here by me.
No, we've
I've got
actually.
people,
We got
I've
coffee
got
growing
people
now.
that are growing coffee here in the mountains. They have to cover them and protect them in the winter, or they have to keep them in pots. But yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to grow coffee. We're able to grow a lot more than we used to be. We're able to put
Yeah.
citrus fruit in the ground now. We
Yes,
didn't
that's
used
what
to
I was
be able to
wondering.
put
If I
citrus
could
fruit
put
in.
my citrus in the ground.
Yeah, we can grow coffee now, even.
Yeah, you're pretty much tropical.
Yeah.
Question for you, Karen.
Mhm.
Have you ever grown black elderberry from seed?
Yes, it's a pain in the ass. Much,
Mhm.
much simpler to just take some rootstock or take a cutting because it
Oh,
roots.
okay.
like
No,
woodlow.
I have a bunch of seeds. I have a bunch of black elderberry seeds, and I tried, followed the instructions, and it didn't work. They didn't grow. So I just left them in the package,
Just
the other
throw them
seeds.
out there. Throw them out there and
Put them on
forget
paper
about it.
towel, put them in a Ziploc baggie, toss them in the back of your fridge, go back in 3 weeks and see if you got
They're
anything.
loose weed, man.
Okay,
Put them in the middle of your.
okay.
Put them in the
I
middle of
see.
your
Because
corn.
like
Like,
I said, the best way
Yeah,
to do it
that's it.
is cuttings
Yeah.
because they root just like willow. You cut it, you stick
Yeah.
it in the ground, it roots.
I got,
So whoever gave you the seeds, see if you can get some cuttings.
It's on my end.
she got
Oh.
the
No,
seeds
I
by
ordered
herself.
them just for the heck of it on Amazon. I saw them on Amazon.
You
They're
can
from
order the cuttings too.
the seed company. The seed company is called ID Seeds.
Will they let you ship
I don't
cuttings?
know how far the elderberry goes, their habitat. I mean, I know it's all over the southeast, and I think as far west as Texas. I'm not sure if it's the
Yes.
same kind.
Well,
I'm
they let
thinking, it says here, these are the instructions. Sow indoors at any time. Sow into a cold frame in autumn outside. Create a mix of 1-1 seed compost and sharp sand or vermiculite, which is moist but not wet. Add seeds to the mix and place in a freezer bag. Allow a little air gap or tie loosely. Place somewhere warm, 20 degrees Celsius for us, for 4 to 6 weeks. Keep soil moist at all times. Then move to a fridge for at least 12 weeks. If seeds germinate during this time, remove and pot up.
They like
Otherwise,
a wet soil.
after a 12 weeks, remove and sow in moist compost. That was the instructions on the package.
Will they
So
let
what I'll
you-
do
will
is
they
I'll
let you-
I'll throw them out in a cold frame. What?
I said, and it never works.
Probably not.
No. So what I'll do is I'll do it the old way, the natural way. Throw them out in a cold frame and leave them there in the fall. Cover them over with leaves and everything and just let them be. See what happens.
I just throw them in a flower pot, throw some leaf mold on top of them, stick them under the porch.
Yeah.
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 I do that with
That's
everything:
even
peaches,
better.
acorns, everything, pecans.
Yeah.
I throw them under the porch in some
Yeah, come
nasty,
on.
rich, black, yucky crap, from the old mulch and stuff where it broke down.
Yep.
And then I just
I'll
throw
get
a
it from
handful
there
of leaves
down
over
by
it
the swamp.
and walk away. I just walk away.
Yeah, I'll get the soil down from the swamp where the old leaves and where it's been natural composting for the 25 years I lived here.
And then if they'll
Best
grow
soil
in
there
your
is.
climate, here's another thing too. Like I said, because I don't know if they grow outside that far north.
Yeah,
But if
because
they
Niagara
do-
Falls, they grow them there in Niagara Falls, Ontario, and
okay.
Windsor and all down south, and they
When
get
you
as cold as we do.
When you plant them out in the yard or whatever, you pick a good, mostly sunny. It can have some shade spot, and it needs rich dirt and be left alone. So once you plant them, just go around every fall and throw you a bucket of rabbit poo on there, spread it out a little bit, and walk away. That's all the care they need.
Okay.
They say
Yeah.
it's
Maybe
what the-
water
That's
them
what I'll
a
do.
little bit if there's a drought. But other than that,
Yeah.
leave them alone and let them do their thing. Also, the first year after it sprouts, go in and cut it back. And then next year it'll branch and you'll get a bushier one. Otherwise, they grow real tall and real stringy, and then they loop over. They don't have a
Yeah,
lot of
nah.
side-
I'll do it.
You have to top them
Yeah.
out when they're young to make them produce the side branches.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
once
because
you
my
do that-
mulberry, weeping mulberry, I'm going to keep it trimmed.
Yeah, just leave it alone after that.
Hey, Yoda, she's in the chat.
Oh, why is she in
Hello,
there?
Yoda.
Hi, Yoda.
We missed you.
Hey, yeah, we all missed you.
I'll have to
Cool.
send her
I got Karen. I bought a Confederate rose, 2 Confederate rose bushes. They say they are medicinal too. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard Cherokee rose, Broadway rose, couple knocked out
They're-
roses.
They're hibiscus. They're of the hibiscus family.
Now, hibiscus is medicinal.
They say that it's
And,
pain.
and all varieties are. Now, the red Caribbean tea and hibiscus is the best. I mean, especially if you get the little pods for making cheese and stuff and syrups. It's the best tasting and it's the best medicinally. But all of them help to regulate your blood pressure, help to cool the heat of the body, and replace electrolytes if you make it up in like a tea or a drink.
Yeah, I was reading on it today. I was trying to figure out how to grow them for sure. They're beautiful.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I was researching the mimosa again because you know me. You said it, so it stuck.
Yeah.
You can also harvest the bark, just like you harvest willow bark for willow bark tea.
Just cut it off.
You can harvest the mimosa bark, and it's a more long-term thing. Like if you drink tea from the flowers, you're just happy. But if you drink the tea from or decoction from the roots a little bit every day, yeah, not the roots, the bark. If you drink a decoction made from the bark, then it's a more long-term thing. It's actually like an antidepressant, like a daily antidepressant or something, or a mood stabilizer. Whereas the flowers, like I said, they make you happy instantly. The bark, if you make a decoction, which is just boiling it in water for 15 minutes, the recipe is a tablespoon of bark to a cup of water. Boil it for 15 minutes.
Wait a minute, 1 tablespoon
of the mimosa bark
for 1 cup of water.
And 1 cup of water, boil for 15 minutes. And that's like, it's like long-term treatment. It's a daily treatment that works deeper on the psyche than just the happy tea, which is instant gratification.
Well, they say
this is a long-term thing that readjusts the chemicals in your brain, so you're not so depressed and upset.
Well, this guy come over. This guy that I know come over and dug up some roots. We'll see what happens with him.
Now, I haven't looked into the roots yet. I just got to the bark. Give me time. I will research it all the way down top to bottom.
They say you see God. Oh. Like what is it? Yeah, that's what they say. Hey, I don't know.
Hallucinogenic.
I'm scared. I'm scared of that shit.
Yeah, I don't. I
don't dabble in that stuff.
I don't trip anymore unless I think I need it, and then it's a micro dose just to adjust my damn attitude. It's a serious antidepressant. I'm sorry, it is.
It's DMT.
It also creates new neural pathways in the brain. It bolsters the memory.
I'm scared to do that shit. I'm scared.
Well, you never trip alone. Never trip alone. Never go without a guide.
With a thumbs up.
I'm scared to. I don't trust anybody, and I would want somebody there, that I trusted. So I won't jump off the roof or something.
When I turned 18 and I left home and joined the Army, I tried everything known to man. Everything.
I ain't tried that much. A couple of things.
I was young, dumb, and having fun.
Yeah.
That's what my mama called it. So then when my kids got to be teenagers, it was like, what drug are you taking? I know you're on something. Tell me what it is. I'll tell you how it works.
There you go.
Turn sideways so that light.
None of my kids do drugs. None of my kids drink, really. Only a couple of them smoke cigarettes.
I've only tried a couple things, and I drank, but that's it.
Because I used to tell, boy, you got your license? Good. Drive me to town. Mama needs to go see somebody. And I'd be drunk as shit. I would make them drive me around drunk. Or they would call, Mom, come get me. I need a ride from work. So I'd show up, me and my husband, and they'd say, well, they'd have to, I'd start drinking. I'd go next door and get some beer, and I'd start drinking so that when they got off, they were like, Mom, you've been drinking. It's like, damn right, boy. How are we going to get home? I said, you're going to drive. You've got your license. Oh, I can drive? It's like, yeah. What are you going to sit? I said, me and your daddy's going to sit in the back seat and make out like y'all tried to do to me last Saturday night.
Well, When I retired, I went to the liquor store and got 2 bottles of liquor, and I said, that's it. I'm going to drink whenever I want to. So I do.
Yeah, I did until my liver said you need to stop a little while. Moderation.
Ladies, tomorrow, Shannon's birthday.
Happy birthday, Shannon.
Woo woo.
Happy birthday to you. I won't be there. Happy birthday to you. I still love you. Happy birthday, dear Shannon. My kid's coming to fix my damn car.
Do what?
Yeah, my sister Carrie and her kids will call me and sing the happy birthday song. They'll do the cha 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 type thing.
Yeah.
I love it. It's funny.
Hey, Fruity Pebbles. Thanks for joining in on the chat.
Is that Terminator's toy?
For your fan.
The bone.
Oh.
It's a big ass bone.
Yeah, it is.
You're talking, but we can't hear you.
Me?
Terminator.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Terminator. Oh, hold on.
It's a bone from a moose leg. And it's an old bone. That's my other old dog buried, and she found it. So we've been soaking it, and she's been chewing on it, and she thinks I'm going to throw it for her.
Jack
in the house.
got the ham bone last Thanksgiving. He gets the ham bone when we have a ham, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I don't know which one it was. I found it in my garden when I went to till it up.
Everybody's
today.
saying happy birthday.
He's been putting his bones in my garden beds.
Hey, bone meal for you.
Yes. A whole open pack of flour tortillas. I got no clue where he got them from, but I know he's stealing somebody's trash.
Yep.
Planted tortilla shells in my garden.
Oh, so, Tambra, are you able to do the garden tour today?
Well, these
Might
are
be able to do that.
If you're able.
Okay. You wanna try
Please,
it?
we'd like to see it.
Well, we can try. I got my Wi-Fi boosted on,
Okay, cool.
but I'm not sure. I guess I just go with me. I don't turn it around. How do I turn it around? How do I turn it
if
around where
there's
you don't see me?
if there's not
That's okay. We can, as long as we can hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna try
What
to
you
turn around.
do is you look at me, Tambra. You take your phone and you turn your phone to the plants, and then you look to see if it's in the screen.
My phone won't work, but my iPad will.
Same thing, man. You just turn the laptop around and then look around the side and see if you can get it in focus.
Okay.
Oh, I took your other dollar.
Well, do you see the puppies?
Yes.
You see the puppies? Okay,
Yep.
so I can probably do that. Let me
Okay.
go put my boots. Let me put my boots on.
Okie dokies. Keep the jar. Because I'm going to do the pickles and put them in there. I want to put them in there. Oh. I want to keep the jar. I know.
I was just reading the chat. Yep, let's go. I was just reading the chat, Starla. I can't do any update right now because we're having 3 days of heavy rain and thunderstorms tomorrow. And things are a little flooding.
Okay.
Sunday I should. Here we go.
Here we go. Fix to look at the Danny corn.
All right, I'm going to make Tambra's spot
Danny
bigger
corn?
so we can see it.
Yep,
See
see it.
Danny corn?
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not-
Oh yeah.
Let's go this way. Let's go that way. Danny corn.
Oh wow.
Peas.
Baby,
Peas. You see
Tambra's
peas?
on her garden.
Oh, yeah.
Watch.
They're really coming up nice.
They come up fast.
In
Hot
Texas, remember?
Uh-oh.
And you see the hot tunnel?
Hold on, it went black.
Oh no. What happened?
I see the middle of my corn.
Yeah. Danny corn.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
We lost Tamara.
Like ours, but we got.
She could have hit something when she was walking.
Yeah, I
lost
think so.
everybody except. Well, there you go. Now the other.
Oh, yeah.
Just watch for her. She'll come back.
Yeah.
I just hope she knows.
Did you guys see the video? My video of the interview I did with Northern Hobbies, Jennifer from Northern Hobbies.
Not yet. I meant to when we got off Monday's live, but I forgot.
Yeah, it's when I hadn't finished fencing in my garden and planting a whole lot of stuff, but I'm all done that now.
Okay.
The only thing I have left to do is my potato plants are a foot high, and I have to cut everything else around it is about 3 feet high. So I got to go in once the rain's done with the weed whacker and clear everything. Here she comes.
There?
There you go. Oh, she's in her greenhouse. Her high tunnel.
High tunnel. Let's see. Let me go back and let's see the first of it.
Oh, a high tunnel, babe.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
It's not
Wow,
finished
look at
yet,
that.
but
Now I'm jealous.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have on my
Nice.
property, and I really, really
can you
want
see
one.
them? My cukes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it.
Dang, yeah.
Cucumbers, Tomatoes.
Wow, look at the tomatoes.
Oh my goodness! Look at those tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Holy, babe. Come here and look at the
I
tomatoes.
got some. I've got
Stop.
pretty tomato plants, and they all have flowers, but the only ones that have
Dang.
actually
That's
produced
tomato
are
that's
cherry
dying.
tomatoes.
That's the one that's
You got
dying.
a
I don't know what's
cute
wrong with it.
Because that's
I
cute. Look at her tomatoes. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at my mullein.
Oh.
Yeah, we're getting
you got
big.
nice stuff
When
going
it comes.
there.
Peppers.
Wow, look how tall they are.
More cukes. That's another tomato that's huge.
You need to prune some excess off that one.
Pretty soon you'll have tomatoes like that.
No, I prune mine. I don't want
Wow.
to get that bushy.
They
They produce more. They produce more if you keep them pruned and don't let them get too many branches.
Them don't. Them are sweet 100s, and they will
Oh yeah, they grow like jungle plants.
all summer long. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one.
Mine's about 5-6 inches high now.
Let me show you mine. Okay, this is what I did to my.
Sweet crap that peppers.
Can't probably see those. Hang on.
Green tea with honey or whatever.
You've really been working.
Do the peach tea and lemon and half.
Can you see them now?
I
Can you
drink
see
that.
anything? What happened?
I
to it?
Bring your cat there, right down. Bring it down a bit. Bring it down.
It's not.
Okay,
it's not
right there.
Right.
Oh, down.
I can't see it.
There,
Yeah.
just like that.
Okay, there you go. Can you see those?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's
Is that
my.
zucchini?
That's my zucchini, my squash, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
That's a zucchini.
I've got to
Zucchini and
pollinate it.
squash.
Okay, because I got it in this little thing I hear, so that the vine borers don't get it.
Squash bugs don't get it? Oh, the pine borers.
The vine borers, yeah. See?
Vine borers.
Can you see it?
That is big.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah,
other-
your greenhouse, your high tunnel's beautiful.
it's
You've done a lot of work.
That's a high tunnel.
It's still ain't
greenhouse.
finished.
Email.
Okay, let's go outside and look at the other maters. Can you see them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my.
Yeah, that's how I grow mine.
That's my determinate ones. Determinate tomatoes.
I don't have any determinate.
Those are nice. They're coming up nice.
Look at the muscadines. Can you see them?
Muscadines.
Oh, wow.
Look at the pears.
Mine died this year. My muscadines died. I got.
Oh,
Awesome.
That's a
Look
lot
how
of pears.
heavy they are.
Loaded. Pears are loaded.
I am very impressed with your garden and your growing skills.
Hey, I told you come
Yeah,
to Texas.
I got 2 pears this year. I got 2 pears on one Asian pear tree, and fire
There's
blight
my
got
sweet
everything
taters.
else.
I just have a few sweet taters.
Yeah, they look good though.
It's true what they say. Everything big in Texas. 'Cause that's a big, beautiful garden.
Damn right. But look what I got to unload. Can you see it? Not good. There's the tractor. It's old, but it works. Yeah, see.
As long as it works and does the job you want it for.
Can you see how high tall now?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Finally trying to get it finished.
The truck in the
Hey, you by yourself, you can only do so much.
Oh, hell
Yep.
yeah. And I can't breathe. So I'll show you the chickens in just a second. What are you seeing now? Nothing?
Yeah, we're
No,
seeing your garden.
No, I see. Yep. No. Keep walking.
I'm seeing the Garden of
Look at all the
Eden.
bed.
There's my little chickens.
Look at the bed.
See my little chickens?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You got chickens.
That's the little ones. They're almost big enough. They're like 3 months. Here's my big ones.
Yep.
Oh yeah. See the chicken coop.
I like your rooster.
Starla's getting there Friday. Cool.
Look at the, can you see the figs?
Oh, a fig tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I just
Figs are
put one
loaded.
in the ground.
Figs are loaded.
Big old chicken.
I wonder if I can grow them here.
You gotta get, I think
You might be able to grow the Chicago Hardies, Terminator.
a
They're
flower.
That's
fun
real
for
much
the big.
I'll have to look into them.
That's pretty flower.
Oh, I like the flowers. Yeah, look at the
wildflowers.
flowers.
It is
Yeah.
the Garden of Eden. You even got fig leaves, man.
Medicinal. For sure. I told you, come see me. Okay, so now look at these grapes. They're going from green to raisins.
I've heard
Wow.
of that.
That's because of the heat.
Yeah, that's because of the heat.
So what's wrong with them?
The
Heat.
heat.
Is it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. There's a back porch, but it needs to be cleaned off.
You also might have
Another day.
There's something called
That's my
grape
satsuma
fleas. I don't
tree.
know what it actually is, but they say it's like a fruit flea. It bites the fruit and sucks the juice
Well,
out.
I don't know if it's. Those are supposed to be. These right here aren't doing it. See, they're looking fine.
Yeah,
but-
you probably got grape fleas. You need an herbicide of some kind, neem oil, something.
I got some neem oil. That'll work.
Try that. Try spraying
That's
them
not
down
organic.
with neem oil and see if that helps.
That's my
It
little.
can't
This is my
hurt.
little. That's my little trees I got. My little hibiscuses.
Okay. That's nice.
Okay, that's about it, guys.
Okay.
A dirty porch.
Oh,
That's
sweetie,
about
that
it.
dirty
That's
porch
a whole
looks like
bunch.
mine.
A dirty house. Dirty porch,
Again,
dirty house.
just like mine.
Hey, no,
Hey, Yoda.
Canberra, no gardener has a clean house.
Puppies.
Hi, Yoda.
Hey girls, how's everybody doing?
All right.
Okay.
Glad you were able to come on.
Finally you emailed it and I could get on. Obviously G left me. So he was whistling, getting everybody in. You gotta love a good cowboy whistle. And
Okay.
so he was getting all the livestock in and he comes up and I said,
What's
hey,
wrong,
I need
baby?
help getting into the
Got a hurt
live.
ear?
And he's like, I think I'm supposed to be on a live. so he
American
ran in
is.
to do that.
Okay, guys, come on. Get a grip.
But hey, Tambra, the spinach is doing great. The tomatoes you brought me, they're doing awesome. And and I've already got zucchini fruit, watermelon fruit, all kinds of stuff. Man, I'm
Are
excited.
tomatoes big?
Cool.
No tomatoes on yet, but they're getting taller. They're flowering, so anytime.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Y'all are behind a little bit up there. What, couple, 3
Yeah,
months?
we are. Yeah, you guys get a much longer growing season, but my cousin, her and her family actually came out to see us last week. And man, I feel bad for them. They still haven't started. Everything's in the greenhouse and the cold boxes. They had snow when they left.
Oh
So,
Terminator
wow.
said they're supposed to
well,
get a frost.
yeah, they're in the Rocky Mountains. So, yeah.
I
So
should
we
have.
sent
I
some
didn't.
plants back with them, and hopefully that'll help the apple trees and that kind of thing. Garen's getting the tree guilds and all that stuff done. I think he's gonna have some videos out on that.
Okay.
I didn't show you my all my spinach plants. I have a shitload of them, shit ton of them.
Yeah,
Those,
remind me what I'm supposed to do with those berries.
you just let them fall on the ground. They just make more plants.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Or you can feed them to the chickens. Chickens
No, I
love
don't
it.
want to feed them to the chickens. Chickens are already stealing enough around here, so about
Yep.
done with that crap. But
My chickens love the Malabar spinach.
yeah. So you brought those Brahma eggs, and Skeins ended up giving them
Did
to me.
did they
And
hatch?
well, yes, because these are really freaking big chicks.
They're not Brahmas. They're a cross between the Barred Rocks and the Black Copper Morans. They're called Mystic Morans. They're supposed to lay.
Okay,
They're
that
supposed to lay
explains a
dark brown
lot.
eggs.
Okay, yeah, that explains a lot. So, I'm actually getting ready to order. I'm going to go ahead and order. They've got a shipping date last week of August, so they'll probably come in September. But those are the
How
giant
many?
Brahmas.
How many did you
So
get?
I'm gonna get some of those. Huh?
I got some Brahmas too, but how many did you get of the how many of the eggs hatched?
Well, we had a problem with the incubator,
Oh, it
so
didn't. You didn't hatch none.
no, we hatched some. So we're interested to see how big they get. But yeah, we'll
They're
see
not
what
Brahmas.
happens. Huh?
They're not the Brahmas. I didn't bring
Oh,
no Brahma eggs. My
Brahma
Brahmas are
is what you had on there, so I was
no.
confused.
They were a cross between the Black Copper Moran Rooster and the Barred Rocks.
Okay, then I got quite a few out of those, so we'll see
Now
what happens.
they're you can tell if they're male or female. They look like the
Terminator's got a
males.
little chicken.
The males look like the Barred Rocks, and the females are black.
Yeah, I've got those. Yeah, so quite a
Okay.
few hatched. Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't.
So
I didn't
very
have.
cute.
I didn't get but 6 out of mine. Six hens. The rest are
Yeah.
roosters. But you can tell when they hatch, or not too long after they hatch.
I was getting ready to throw the eggs out because we had a mishap with the incubator, and all of a sudden, G started yelling. I was making spaghetti sauce tonight, and he's like, "There's a chicken in the incubator." And
Tonight,
like, now
they're just
wait.
hatching now. They're just hatching now.
Well, so we have more hatching. So we've had quite a few. I was piggybacking, right? And
Cool.
then I had to take out of another incubator
Leslie's
because
petting
it
the
got
dog.
crazy. We ended up
Look at
throwing
there.
it out.
See, that looks like a Black Copper Moran to me.
I don't know.
Terminator.
Terminator's got a baby chick.
Yeah,
That's a Black
it's
Copper
crossed.
Moran.
It's crossed with the black. Well, my one incubator that I had all the chick eggs in, it shut down through the night. I had 6 hatched, and there was still 12 eggs in there. Well, no, 11 eggs and one little chick that had just hatched. So I left it overnight so it'd dry off. And the alarms went off through the night, and the fans and everything shut down, and the chick was almost dead from heat. So I pulled it out, put it in with the others, and they cuddled around it and everything. And this is the one that I almost lost. And this one's very tame. The other one's run. This one, she comes right to me, he or she. But all the other eggs, the chicks died in it, and some of them didn't fully develop. So
Oh,
I threw the incubator out. I was done with it. I'm going to get a new
yeah,
incubator.
I threw 2 incubators out this last month, and I'm like, I'm not fighting it anymore. It's torture on the chicks. I'm not going to do it. So we're going to end up buying probably more of the one that is working and see if that works. But
I'm gonna
Oh,
create my
we're
own.
getting ready to go to war, so we'll see what happens, what kind of quality I get back.
I got
If I get it.
156 eggs in my incubator right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I've got the 2-story one that we do. And do what? Yeah, she sent it to me through email. He's still trying to play catch up, so
I asked Skeins if you got any chicks, and she didn't know.
yeah. Well, the one got up to 110 degrees, and I tried to save him and move everybody over. We had a nightmare with the duck eggs. That was ridiculous. We got more duck eggs coming. Mossy Oak Parrot's going to bring those over because I'm trying to hatch for 4 homesteads. And so we'll try to get those over and get those done.
Oh, baby.
But yeah, no, it's kind of a nightmare around here. And with the weather and humidity, you have no idea what's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
and now
Sure.
that I'm working, it's just I come home and either humidity is at 86% or it's down to 48%. So it's a catch-22 over here.
Well, they say you can hatch them without the humidity. I haven't tried it yet. Dry hatching. Have you ever tried that?
I don't know.
I haven't.
I
My
believe it though
grandmother used
because
to dry hatch in her bra.
And what?
Her bra.
I'm
A
not
bra?
doing that.
I ain't putting
Yeah,
no
her
I'm
bra.
not
She
doing
would put
that.
the egg and keep the egg nestled in her bosom
just
and
one.
keep it warm until it hatched.
But you can't hatch a bunch of them.
Do you have
No.
21 to 28 days with an egg in your bra?
No, you can only do 1 or 2 at a time.
Yes.
You can also do a fire heated brick and blankets.
Yes, I've done that before.
There's
When
so
my-
many
when the
jokes right there. It's not
electricity went
even
out,
funny.
When the
My
electricity went
granny
out,
was
I don't know what
she's
to
a
do
tough
with it.
old cookie, but she did not. She had a 500-acre tobacco farm, and she grew all her own food. I mean, literally 10 acres was just her vegetable garden. So every time we got in trouble, we had to go to Granny's house as punishment, free labor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can plant, grow, cook, prep, and prepare any vegetable known to man. I was a precocious child.
Yeah,
I got
that
in
ain't working.
trouble a lot.
They dump it in the way far back.
Yeah, she's hatched them in her bra. She hatched them with the brick. She didn't have an incubator.
Yeah.
So only when if something happened to her broody hen, she would try to save the clutch. Because she let her hens hatch them mostly.
Well, I'd like my hens to hatch them. I got turkeys sitting on chicken eggs and guinea eggs, and nobody can figure out what animal they actually are and what they're supposed to be sitting on. So,
They
Yeah,
belong
turkeys
to.
are bad about that.
yeah.
Turkeys are bad about that. Also,
Where are my turkey eggs?
I want to say goose. Goose, if you leave an egg anywhere near a goose nest, it's going to disappear right up under.
When we bought it for Brutus.
Which
Yeah.
is good because most chickens are not good setters.
No, they're
Most
not.
chickens are not good setters. So if you've got a turkey or something that will accept any egg, yeah, just put them on over there. Let her have them.
I got 2 of them, but I'm missing my turkey eggs. I need turkey eggs.
The bannies, Lou, do good on hatching out the eggs.
Yeah, I don't have any of those, so
I got one little rooster that kicks everybody's ass.
Bet you.
I'm having problems with my Americanas. I'm about to just slaughter them and feed them to the dogs. They eat their eggs. They will not use a nesting box.
Yep, some of them do that.
They refuse. They have to lay on the ground. They like to hide it in shrub, and they don't set them either. They just lay and leave.
Get rid of them. If they
Wow.
eat
And,
eggs,
but I've got them in a pen. I don't mind that they lay on the ground, except now you got one waiting while another one's laying to eat the egg as soon as it drops.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Dylan.
that one needs to go to the crock pot.
It's going to dog food's what it's going to. All 3 of them. There's all 3 of them in a pen together, and that's all they do is eat each other's eggs. So they're all gone. They're all
That's
gone.
crazy.
I'll just live with my my wine dots. I've got silver lace and gold lace wine dots.
The wine dots are good. We've had
Oh, yeah.
really good success with them.
the silver
They're
lace ones
good
have
little
anger issues. My silver lace ones had anger issues. They were just not nice. They were not nice birds.
My roosters, my gold lace roosters got a little ignorant, but a broomstick across their chest makes them bind me real quick.
Well,
my husband thought it was funny to teach them to attack black shoes. All the monk boots are black.
Oh no.
So yeah, I had to break it of the habit.
Yeah,
my silver lace ones had an attitude. But the other ones, and you know the black copper Moran roosters some of them have attitudes too. And I use a piece of PVC pipe, kick their butts. But I had
in Asian and Native American societies, both the rooster is actually one of the, not the high power animals like a bear or a hawk, but they're a strong animal for a warrior because they're not just feisty, they're just plain mean.
They're damn mean.
Some of them are mean. You don't have nice roosters.
Some of them are.
That's why my mean roosters end up in the crock pot.
You as a person, but they won't be nice for everybody else.
You got to play with them when they're young. If you don't, then they're going to be nasty.
I let the dogs play with them.
Yeah, and they'll kill them. What happens? They kill them.
No, only if they get out. Only if they get, as long as they're inside their cage, they're fine. You let them try to get out of their cage, and the dogs won't let them.
I keep telling these puppies, you don't want to mess with them big chickens. They get after the little ones, but you don't want to mess with them big ones because they'll get after you.
Yeah, I was shocked at how big those big ones are.
Jack was he never killed one, but the first time he went after him, besides screaming and hollering and yelling and cussing at him, we tied him to the cage and left him there in the hot sun. Yeah. And every time he tried to get up and leave, we yelled at him again. Now he don't want nothing to do with those damn chickens.
Tie one to his neck. If they kills one, tie him to his neck. Tie him to a rope and tie him to his neck and let him drag it a while.
Beat him to death with it.
Yep. My little dogs.
I will not have a dog that. And my neighbors too. I'm sorry, but I have several neighbors that are pissed at me because I put BBs in their dogs' asses, going after my chickens on my property.
Yeah.
I tell them, and then that's it. I tell them once, and the next time.
I told them if they actually get a hold of a chicken and bite the head off again, it's dead. Period. If they're chasing them, I'll chase them off with a BB gun if yelling don't work.
They're dead.
If they kill them, they're dead. Period.
Once, I want them.
You kill my chicken, you're a dead freaking dog. Period.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
Especially when the neighbors, live half a mile down the road, and they don't take proper care of their animals. They just let them run loose.
Right.
They're not trained. They're
not
do
fed
anything.
Right, probably.
It's like, I've got a dog. Dog don't mind. Dog has no boundaries. Dog's gone half wild. Just because you feed it doesn't mean you have a dog. That's enough out of y'all. Jack, come here. Jack, come here.
Yeah,
come here.
yeah. The black copper Moran roosters do have an attitude, and yours are only half.
Look.
They're only half gains. They're not full blood.
You need to calm down. What did I say? What did I say?
How come every time I'm on the phone or a video with Skeen, she's yelling at
somebody's in trouble?
What?
How you feeling, Yoda?
You want dinner? Go tell Daddy. It's on the stove. It's the hamburger in the pan, the broth.
He's talking to you too.
Say, where's my dinner? That's enough.
How are you feeling, Yoda?
I'm doing okay. I just had another MRI, so I've got a follow up on the 8th. So we'll see what happens there. Still haven't had the surgery on my shoulder, and it is what it is. But with this job, it's more focused towards my degree without saying too much, so I don't let a lot of that information out, right? Because of our videos and that kind of thing.
It's not
hard. Yeah, so I'm doing okay. And, the company I'm working for, they're great and they're super awesome with their employees and that kind of thing. So, my desk, I can raise it up and stand up if I need to. I can sit down if I need to, that kind of thing. So, I'm just making it work.
Well,
It's like I said, I was
that's
talking to
good.
Starla earlier and I said, I'm under the thought, use it or lose it. It may hurt, but if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
So,
didn't look like you felt good the other night. We were kind of worried about it.
yeah, yeah, it'll be all right. I don't know, right? Part of
Mm-hmm.
aging, part of the accident, and that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It just is what it is. So, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, getting old sucks.
Big
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yoda, I just twisted my ankle on Sunday.
Mm.
So you got a boot on.
Yeah.
Yep.
They say the older we get, the longer it takes to heal, and I'm really worried about that because,
Truth.
like one of the hospitals really just called today, and so they were like, "Hey, you owe this much money," and I gasped at what she thought the payment was going to be, and like, "Oh my God, you've got to make this longer." So it just sucks, going from zero debt to debt sucks.
Yeah, it does.
So.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
I don't know. I'll be all right. God's got my back and he'll take care of us. And, I don't
Where'd the
know.
Terminator
It's a
go?
hospital. It just kind of, and I am going to go ahead and say it. So I'm sorry, Ashley, but it really pisses me off and totally sucks that if you're an illegal immigrant, all of your medical is free. Or if you're
Yeah.
quote unquote and can prove that you're poor, your medical is free. And I have to figure out how not to lose my ass to pay the hospital bill.
That's for
Yep.
damn sure.
It's like
Tell
with
her
us
to
So,
vets.
remember
I
her
mean,
currency's on. She's
uh,
where help
I'm
you want.
sorry, but they sent all the vets, the doctors for the VA in my area. They sent them to the wall to take care of illegal immigrants. And then me and my husband, we're getting absolutely nothing. We're
yeah,
getting
they did that.
denied. We're
They
not even
did that.
allowed to go to the freaking doctor.
Yep,
And then
they
as
did
soon
that
as
here
Trump
in
got elected, thank you.
Yep, they did that here in Kansas and Missouri as well. It was
Yep.
hard for any veteran to get in and see a doctor because all the
What are you
immigrants
doing?
were able to go in.
Hey, hey.
Oh,
So
and Yoda,
when
you
my
should know that what channel you're on. You don't have to be sorry about saying different things.
Whatever
I
you
mean,
want.
you know how I
when I had
am.
my hernia surgery
Yeah.
last year and I went in, I was treated like shit. It
Yeah,
was full of illegal immigrants and people that didn't speak English, and I was treated like shit. When I
yeah,
went in 2 months ago to have my hernia fixed, I was treated like gold. There wasn't a Spanish speaking person in the whole damn hospital. It was clear.
What do you got?
It's like Trump got elected and they just vacated. Of course,
well,
I
there
got a job
were.
doctor in Tennessee too. Tennessee's got real strict laws.
Yeah, there were a lot of them. I just heard a report on that, I think yesterday or the day before. And they were talking about that when they knew Trump was coming in office, a lot of them electedly left. So they didn't have to be deported. But did you hear about the one guy from Ecuador that happened? So ICE did a raid in Los Angeles, I don't know, a couple days ago. And the guy was like, I have cats. I have cats. You can't touch me. You can't touch me.
Cats?
So
Who
cats.
cares? Who cares they got
CAT. No,
cats?
no, no, no. Wait for it. And so they were like, what? And so they started researching it. He apparently, under Biden's administration the last year, it didn't matter if you were illegal,
Here.
it didn't matter if you were a criminal. This guy had raped a child and
Oh
excessively
no.
and murdered in Ecuador. They want him for murder and attempted murder. And this guy got the cats, which is, oh, what did they call it? Like, uh, shoot, I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but it was something legally that you can do. And it means if you go back to your country, you're worried about being tortured. So we saved them. So now he's walking the streets of Los Angeles. Have fun, California, saving your streets.
Because he's got cats?
It's not
What the fuck?
what is it?
Excuse me.
where if you're
Like
going to
my
be
hat?
in your country, you could stay here.
Yeah, so it stands for something.
It's,
It's
it's,
like,
it's something asylum. Asylum.
yeah,
It's a
it's
type of asylum.
asylum torture, like country asylum torture, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but yeah, it weird. It's totally weird.
Yeah, I live in the mountains, y'all, and I hate to say it, but there's some holes in them caves that go 400, 500, 600 feet deep.
Well, did you
And
see
here's
what
the
Trump
scream.
backpedaled on? Did you see that?
A lot of stuff. He backpedaled
What?
on a lot of stuff. I keep telling you, right wing, left wing, same damn bird.
Yep. He actually went in, and now any illegal immigrants that are staying, whether they're criminal or not, is farmers' fault. It's all our fault because we like cheap labor.
What?
Yep.
I don't have any Mexicans working for
No,
me.
he's waffling on that too. He's waffling on that too because
Oh,
they
did Ted
found
Cruz
out
pull him out?
they rounded up all the illegals in the chicken houses and stuff, and in the poultry processing plants, Pilgrim's Pride and all that. They rounded them up and got them out of there, and 24 hours later, they were overwhelmed with white applicants for those jobs.
Right?
So that bullshit about they're taking jobs from, we need to keep them there because Americans won't do the work.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'd take a South African on my land before I would take anybody else illegal. And the South Africans, at least they're coming over and they're legal.
Yeah, the farmers. And most of them are because
And they're
of the
farmers.
apartheid.
That's why
The
they're
dirt
running, because
apartheid.
they're farmers. Yep.
Yep. Their farms are being taken, they're being murdered, so he granted them amnesty, come to America and farm here.
Yep. Yeah, we have a lot of them up here in Kansas, and just it's beautiful. And I ask them, I'm like, "Do you miss home?" And they're like, "Nope, we're staying." Like, yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
because
you.
where they're from is so much worse than here. I mean, for all the bullshit and them screaming about how horrible America is, I'm sorry. When's the last time someone tried to seek amnesty in Cuba?
Yeah. Yeah.
When's the last time they tried to cross the DMZ into North Korea?
Right.
So don't tell me America's all that freaking bad.
Yeah. No, apparently we let a lot of people get away with murder, so.
Yeah,
Out
we
here
do.
in the country, we take care of our own, and when you just disappear. We don't kill people; they just disappear.
Can't say that out loud.
Down the
But
well.
we don't kill people. We don't. We do not hurt anybody in my town,
Never.
and I can say that out loud.
And they
people
get
listen to
raptured.
it. It's not my fault.
Oh, Karen, another way. They get raptured.
They get raptured. Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
They already did. Oh, hell no. They got raptured
I
the
live
other
in the
direction.
middle of the deep, dark, mountainous woods. People get lost. That's all there is to it.
It happens.
People get lost.
Yep.
We got lots of wild pigs too, and they eat them.
Wild pigs, wild bears.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta figure out the teeth issue.
Yep, that's the only thing that they leave, the teeth. Bury them.
Bake them and grind them and use them as bone meal in your garden.
Yeah.
That'll work. That'll work.
Sorry, I shouldn't be giving y'all ideas. That's right.
Oh, hell.
Oh,
You make bone broth, right? And then what do you do with the bones? You bake them and then you grind them into a powder and you put them in your garden.
Yep. We give them to your dogs.
These are bones, y'all.
They're hard, pretty hard. Some of them are.
They're bones. That's why you boil them for 3 or 4 or 5 hours.
that's
Then
it.
Vinegar in
bake
it.
3 or 4 or
them for a
5 hours
couple
is
of
all you do.
hours.
Vinegar, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
And
Vinegar.
then you, like I said, you grind it up. You grind that bone meal up because that bone meal is great for your damn tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I know what I was eating.
I couldn't.
Hey,
I
California's
feel
trying to do it.
guilty.
I'm sorry, but during lockdowns, California tried to make euthanasia not even legal, but
I'd be
they made
guilty.
it preferable for you to take and have Granny composted, and that compost would be sold by the state to farmers to recoup the cost of cremation or
That's
fertilization
crazy.
or whatever it is
Bury
they
me
do
in my garden.
because they
Yeah,
were compensated.
California is following behind a lot of Canada. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of other people are seeing in other countries is what California is doing.
Oh
And
no, we're
so,
seeing it here because
yeah,
in
it's terrible.
California.
2017, Health and Human Services tried to kill my best friend. Anybody who was disabled to the point of being on disability for the rest of their life, anybody who had any type of issue that cost a lot in medical bills, they prescribed medication that would slowly kill them. They did.
Yeah.
They were euthanizing the indigent, the homeless, and the long-term care patients.
Yeah.
They do that in some states too. It's illegal. It's illegal to
I
do
mean,
that.
she had muscular dystrophy, and they put her on Thorazine.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I am not kidding you. She come off the Thorazine. She was out of it. I mean, she was drooling, mental institute out of it.
Right.
And it gave her Parkinson's disease. It shut a bunch of her organs down, and she had muscular dystrophy, so her body already thinks it's being injured and already attacks itself. It
Right.
accelerated. It was like miracle growth for her.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And not
Yeah.
just her, I mean, everybody. Everybody in senior citizens and nursing homes, they're horrendous.
Yeah.
So don't think that the government isn't actively euthanizing the population here in the U.S. just like the rest of the world, because they are.
Well, it's the whole globalism. And so, we need to be down to, what are they saying,
No,
like
I'm
100,
sorry, but that is
100
something
million
they have done
worldwide?
throughout the entire history
Mhm.
of the world. They're indigent people, they're homeless, they're crippled. They euthanize. I mean,
Yeah.
they used to leave babies out for the wolves if they weren't perfect. That is something that has always happened. The thing about being
Crazy.
supposedly an enlightened, civilized human being means you've risen above that. But they haven't. They're actively engaged in it.
Yeah.
And that's our own government. I mean, they tried to kill me.
Don't go to no doctor because they're gonna try to kill you.
No, what they told me was you didn't die when you were supposed to, so we're turning off everything, get off your ass and go back to work. And I said, fuck you. I have a 3-generational homestead I take care of. The men work outside the home. The other younger women work outside the home. They earn a paycheck. Everybody pays the bills or their share of it. So for 4 households to live here, we live like kings. We do. Our quality of life is so much higher combining our resources.
So does that have anything to do with the protest last weekend of the No Kings protest?
Oh my god.
That was Soros. That was
What the hell is that
entirely
about? The
Soros'
king shit.
bag. I'm sorry, Soros paid them. They paid them.
I know, Karen,
They
I
gave
gotta
them
poke the bear.
pre-printed cards. They gave them pre-printed speeches. And if you ask them to deviate in any way,
Do they
shape, or
read
form
Trump
from what
Sweet?
they were given,
Remember
they
I
couldn't
said?
do it.
Not worth
They couldn't
it.
defend their stance.
Thank you for.
Did y'all
Yeah.
read
Yeah,
Trump's
so I hear what he's
tweet?
saying, and yes, we
What?
thank them on Tuesday on our live for having those protests. Thank you for the No Kings
Yeah.
protest. And then Trump actually sent that tweet out before, and it was like, well, thank you. We have never had a king in America. So I'm trying to figure out the stupidity. So possibly if the stupidity is there are people living like kings. And so that's why when Karen said that, I was like, let me poke the bear a little bit. Yeah, right. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just stupid.
Isn't that how we were founded? Because we broke away from the king.
Correct.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
They don't know their history. They don't know anything.
No.
Even my own kids. Okay, now my kids got an education, then they came home and mama taught them again. My son is an officer in the National Guard. He's been in the Guard for about 16 years. He's been overseas 3 times. So year before last, we were going, we like to go out and hit estate sales and stuff. He's the one kid I take with me when I go, antique shop and whatever. So we're at an estate sale, and I get these coffee cups, well, teacups actually. Beautiful little teacups from Japan.
Uh-huh.
Tramp stamp says made in occupied Japan, which is why I bought them for $3 each. William looked at me and said, Mama, what is occupied Japan? You're a freaking officer in the National Guard. You've been to war 3 times and you don't know what occupied Japan was?
How old is he?
37.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
Just goes to show you the quality of the education our kids are getting in public schools.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. My brother, he got deployed on Wednesday. I have some friends, their brothers got deployed this week and a month ago. And then my son-in-law may be getting deployed. So if you guys don't have your, not a shameless plug either, if you don't have your EMP shields and everything together, you better get it together. So we're getting ready for
I'm
World
going
War
to
III.
blow your mind one level higher, okay? Tell your husband to listen to this part.
Well, he's on a
2
live,
years
I think,
ago-
right now.
Okay, well, you can tell him. 2
Okay.
years ago, my son had to go to California for training on how to go house to house, door to door under martial law. 2 years
You know
ago.
that?
He's in
That ain't
Tennessee.
even right.
So here's what it is. See, they asked everybody in the National Guard, if something came up, could you arrest your family?
Yeah.
Could you
No,
detain?
you don't.
Well, if it was a really big deal, could you go to work and leave your family behind to fend for themselves? And they all said
Exactly.
no. So what the government decided to do is they'll send the National Guard from Tennessee to patrol
Texas?
California.
Yeah,
They'll
something
send
like
the
that.
National Guard from California to work in, say, Alabama. They'll send Alabamas to New Mexico. They'll send New Mexico's. So you're not rounding up your own family. They'll send you to another state.
That still ain't right.
I
No
would agree
National
with
Guard
that.
will be deployed in their own state. They'll be deployed
No,
in
they're
another state.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get what you're saying, but the states have not called them in. They're going to foreign countries.
But if he had that training 2 years ago, don't tell me it was already planned. It wasn't already planned.
No, it was already planned.
Whatever comes down the pipe, trust me, they know. They know exactly what they're doing. They planned it years ago.
Does somebody want to tell her why we moved to our homestead and what happened?
No, I don't know.
Nobody
Tell
wants
me.
to say.
Tell
So my husband actually worked for DOD. My husband was employed by the United States Marine Corps when he was younger. He graduated from Wentworth Military Academy. I know the ins and out of the military. I grew up military. My dad was in the Navy, and
Hey.
so I was constantly on base. And we
You
moved
stepped on the
here
wrong
because
thing,
we
yeah.
refused to take the jab. And so when we did, we sold a fully operating farm, left, and came here and started all over again. So when I think of deployed, and so my son-in-law is actually Air Force National Guard, and when I think of deployed, they're going to different countries. And so my brother is Army. He is going to a different country, and it just so happens they're all being called to the same country. So I do know a little bit of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not saying you don't, and I understand
No,
where you're
I
coming
didn't take
from,
it that way either. I did not
because
take it that way.
that's me. I'm 4th generation military brat. I'm a veteran myself. My kids are in.
Yeah.
Siblings are in, and depending on, I've got one in the Air Force. He's a missile strike coordinator. William is in the National Guard. We don't know what he does. It's something with computers, and he works for the ADA, the Tennessee Federal ADA, when he's not being deployed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand. My aunt worked at the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And
I
she
hate that
she went to
station. I
Denver.
can't.
I'm gonna
She's
tell you
not
something.
still there,
She
is
left
she?
Washington. She went as far as she could. She went to Denver, Colorado when she left Washington.
Yeah, you got to get out of DC. DC sucks. Our
And
our station at
Here's a
HNI was
thought, guys.
horrible.
What about the UN soldiers? Where do you think they'll go?
oh, Blue Hat's
Well,
the target.
We're gonna
Blue
shoot
Hat is
them.
target practice.
yeah,
That's right. We're gonna
I'm gonna
shoot
say
them.
the UN soldiers probably don't have a dog in the game.
If they've
So
got blue helmets on, we're shooting them. That's it.
And
yeah,
the blue helmets they've been bringing over have Asian eyes.
Hey, can I say?
Say all American hates them.
Yeah, all American. There you go.
I hate them damn UN sons of bitches.
Blue helmets.
Blue helmet
Target.
just stands out, don't it? I bet you could hit a blue helmet from 500 paces, couldn't you?
I'm gonna hit about 3 inches below it.
Not 3. That just shoots them in the mouth,
I want them to suffer.
like an inch. You just need to go 1 inch down. It's like a steel pot.
I want them to suffer, bastards.
yeah, no, it's all
Yeah,
getting
well, they
crazy.
tried that with Geronimo. It didn't work so well. He survived.
Mhm.
He came
Yeah,
stronger.
yeah. That Geronimo is
became
one
a
of my
hero.
heroes.
Yeah,
That's what.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Geronimo is one of my heroes.
yeah. Kind of
That and
crazy.
Ted
man.
Nugent.
Ted Nugent. Yeah, Uncle Ted.
Yes.
We're brothers. He's my brother. You got it. You got to know
From
that.
another mother.
He is.
Yeah.
He's my brother. We think a lot alike.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all do.
She's cracking up because I'll say the same answer you say them at the same time.
Yeah.
all I've heard for the last month I've been coming on Yoda is, oh my God, you think just like Yoda.
Who said that?
They all did.
Oh, Yoda, especially when we do the WROL nights.
Yeah, how's
Yeah,
that
the
going?
bank cards.
It's
The
going
bank
good. I
cards.
mean, people are, yeah, everybody hates Bank Run, but
We don't like it.
Bank run is
when
what's gonna
you know
hit
how
y'all first.
you know how Yoda, you always like everybody answers and then you switch it up. Like, what about this? That's what Karen does.
Yep, gotta play the
And
devil's
then-
advocate.
We thinking a 360. People like us, people who are military brats, people who've been around a little bit, we think in the 360. It's just how we were brought up.
Well, that's the way they did it with the MWPP. They just kept adding to it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
if you're
so
looking at taking family, I don't know. Do I like them? Are they a convicted felon?
What?
You know.
At MWPP?
That's the way they did it is MWPP. They kept adding to it.
Yeah,
Remember?
somebody was like, do I like him? Do I not? See what? I missed that part. After that.
I don't know. I mean, I
I
thought
said
pretty
like
good.
the questions I'll ask you, you know, like if your family was destitute or stuff, would you take them in? And I'm always the one that goes, excuse me, do I like them first?
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Do
going to be
they
in California. So.
lie? Because that answer determines my answer.
Yeah, but you know me, I don't really give a crap if I like you or not. Are you gonna work or not?
That's what
So-
I'm saying, because you know, if you're lazy, if you lie, if you steal, no,
Yeah,
I'm not. I
we
don't
don't know
care
that
if you are family, you're not coming in.
Yeah, you've been on the back half of what we've been going through, so you know what we've gone through. And I had to tell somebody to take a walk, and that did not. Well, it ended happy for me, but it didn't go well.
Yeah, I've had to tell. We put our property in family trust, and I've had to tell several, or at least a couple of nieces, no, you can't move back here.
Yeah,
No, we won't have you.
yeah.
Not while you're on meth. Not when you just, you know, if you walk up here, put your kids down on my front porch, and then leave without knocking on the door or anything, you ain't ever coming back.
Yeah.
And when you get home, Your kids will be gone because I will call Family and Children's Services.
If they're around, they may not be around. So then what do you do?
I'll keep them kids from work.
Depends on the kids too.
Yeah.
I am 60 years old. I am not raising any extended family anymore, not even my own grandkids. I got 12 kids. One of them can take the child in.
Oh my
12
God, you have
kids?
12 kids?
Damn it.
I have 2 bios, 3
You're
adopted,
busy.
and 7 fosters.
Wow.
No, it wasn't busy. I found out after number 2, you don't have to carry them and give birth and ruin your body and go through potty training.
That's crazy.
There are so many out there, related, unrelated, that need a good home and are good
What y'all
kids.
doing?
You know, it's not their fault their parents are crappy and on meth. We have a big meth problem around here.
Yeah, well, I think it also depends on how old they are. And
I
my parents,
specialized in preteen and teen.
yeah, so I would not. So my parents adopted. I have 3 adopted siblings, and there's only one I'm willing to talk to at this point. So, but sometimes
I
things
went through
are
a family
inherited.
decision too. I mean, I didn't just go out and adopt kids. I actually sat everybody down and asked, "Do you want this person in the house? Because if so, then that's it for life.
Yeah,
You know, if y'all get into a fight next year and don't want to talk to each other, it's going to suck for you because if he's family, y'all still rooming together."
yeah.
I don't have to worry about that. I'm an only child.
Yeah,
Me
my mom
too.
was a social worker, and she brought her work home with her, so I didn't have a choice.
Well, there's good and bad in all of it. You know that.
Yeah, but I got skeins now. She's a sister from another brother, father,
Yeah.
There you
whatever.
go. There you go.
Quit.
Well, didn't
Yeah,
your
I'm American.
dad unofficially adopt Skeins too?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah. So I had to hear about when they visited. How's Skeins doing? What's going on? I'm like, why do you care? Can you pay attention to me?
Just like sisters, man, always bitching and sniping at each other,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
vying
I was
for
like,
parental affection.
they took us out to dinner, and I think Linda actually said it. Linda was like, "Oh, too bad Skeins isn't here. When is she coming?" I'm like, "Why do you care?"
Now, honestly, though, Yoda, wouldn't you have been mad if she said we like her better than you? It would
Yeah, I
have
would
hurt
have
your
been
feelings.
pissed. Yeah, I would have been mad. Well, I've got pretty good territory with her. There's a long story behind that, but I got Skeins knows what it is, but I've got good territory with her. She's actually my stepmom, which I know at this age, it's hard to say that, but I think of her actually as my mom. So my mom passed away. Shoot, they've been married 5 years. My mom passed away in 2010, 2009, somewhere in there.
Do I need to go outside? Do you need to go outside?
My mom passed away in 1992.
Let's go. Come on, I'll take you.
Dang, that was
And
early.
my grandmother,
Come on.
yeah, I was 27. I was pregnant. She passed away. She was killed in a car wreck the day I was going to tell her I was pregnant with my youngest child.
Oh, wow.
Aw.
And matter of fact, she blew me off
Oh.
to take a friend home for lunch while I was going to work. We were
Go,
supposed to
go,
meet
go,
for
go.
lunch,
Oh.
and
Right,
she
then go to
blew
the
me
bathroom.
off, and
Come
then
on.
she was killed in a car wreck.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
So
Come on, puppies.
after
Come on,
that,
puppies.
everybody turned
Come
to
on,
me.
puppies.
I'm the oldest
Yeah.
female in the family, so everybody turned to me. I became mom after that.
Yeah.
Don't argue with me. No,
And then, I was
you
pregnant
stop
and having a
arguing.
baby, so I had all these damn instincts. So
You're not getting the last word in. No.
I was in
She
a
talks.
dark place, and I just tried to fill it
I said no.
from a night.
No.
Mama,
Down.
please.
Oh, what
Don't
happened to me?
argue. See, the ladies are talking, so you got to be quiet.
I went away.
No.
I want you to tell Jack that next time.
What happened to me?
How
I went
is
away.
Jen doing? How's
Oh,
Jen
Jen.
doing? I haven't talked to
Terminator.
her in a while.
What's that?
I haven't talked to Jen in a while. How's she doing? He
She's
said you
doing
did
good,
a video
actually.
with
She
her.
yeah, she came and visit me on Saturday afternoon, and we did a whole tour of all my garden and down with my animals. I took her down through. I have where I have my hawthorn trees, and you got to kind of climb through them. I have it that way, so if the kids try to go running through there, they'll get hooked on the big thorns, so
Yeah.
they stay out of my garden. But I took her through 3-foot tall hay, all down by my potato patch and up through the barn to see the pigs and then to see the turkeys. And because I have 16 turkeys,
Nice.
and well, I'm going to butcher some of them because they're just too many in the
Hey,
barn
Noah.
and the area I have. And I can't let them free range like you guys do because we get too many raccoons and we've got coyotes now. So I can't let them free range. And
Yeah,
these buggers fly.
but be really careful as to how many you butcher because we're coming up on a turkey shortage. And we're going to see that
Are
over the
they?
next 2 years. Yeah. Here in the
I
States
just
for
Did
fed
you
sure.
hear
2
that?
dozen turkey eggs to my pig.
Turkey shortage in the next
Yeah,
I
2 years.
don't
got
do
a
that.
lady up the road. That's all she does is breed different strains
Yeah.
of
I want some
turkeys.
turkeys.
And I have
I want
my
to get
miniature
eggs.
white.
Around
I
here, I
got
mean,
12 eggs getting ready to go in to the incubator. My other
Yeah.
they might
incubator
not
has 6
let them
turkey eggs
out.
that'll come off on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tambra, was that Tambra that said she wants some turkey eggs?
Yeah, I want
Some
Yes.
some
turkeys?
turkeys. Yeah.
Yeah, so you should have bartered with us. I've got a bunch of turkey chicks. A ton. They're too big to probably ship
I'd
though
love
right
to have
now.
some.
So you gotta come up here.
Stop.
Because we
I
knew
ain't
the
coming back
Go
this
shortage
lay
way.
was
down. You're
coming.
That's
usually
too
sleeping when
far.
I do my live.
Yeah,
Too
Go
damn
lay down
far.
on your
Too
bed.
damn much trouble.
we got alerted about the turkey shortage. So that's what I did this year. I focused on turkeys. So yeah, next time you come
I'm
up
scared to buy
here, if
them from.
Skanes goes to see you, well, you can just get them from us. I mean, we can barter something. It's not a big deal.
Go.
I'm
So
scared to buy them from. Yeah, from the hatchery.
That's
I'm
the way
scared to
we
have
do it
them.
around here is barter, man. I mean, I've got one daughter that ferments everything and she trades what she makes to the other daughter
No.
who is our hatchery. She hatches our chickens and our turkeys. She got emu eggs. What the fuck does she want to hatch emus for?
What do you want emu eggs? All you want an emu for?
That's
So
what
you have
I
a
asked her.
They're
I don't
mean.
know.
I
She
do.
said
ginormous
they were
egg.
free. She said they were free. So
They're
she's in this
mean.
phase where if you give her an egg, she's got to try to hatch it.
It probably tastes
Well,
like
hell yeah.
chicken.
Why not?
And she hatched 2 emus.
Yoda.
yeah,
And I don't know what, they're both girls. So, I mean, I
Uh-oh.
don't know what good it's going to do her. Except I know
I
down in
do have 3
Columbus, they
turkey
do them.
chicks. 2
okay.
bronze turkeys and a miniature white chick that I hatched they hatched on the 20th of May. They're down
Okay.
in with my meat birds.
Yeah,
And then I
I'm
have a
getting,
dozen the miniature whites. There's 6 miniature whites and 6 bronze that are going in my good incubator because I have 6 bronze that are coming they'll be hatching this Sunday. So I'll
So
have lots of turkey chicks.
I've
Well,
never heard Terminator the word miniature when it comes to turkeys. So what
yes.
do those weigh out at? Like what are you looking at?
You know your white-breasted ones, the great big ones for meat that you can order. Like we order them here if you want to raise them just for meat.
The
You raise
double
them like you raise
breasted?
the meat birds,
Yeah.
the big white-breasted ones. Well, these ones are half the size. They don't grow as
Okay.
big as those.
They're like,
And
they're
the
here for
male,
birthday.
the Tom, he's very gentle with the 2 hens. He doesn't because if we go to breed the white-breasted, when they go to breed, if you don't use a saddle, they'll rip the hen turkey sides all wide open because they're
Oh
so
wow.
heavy. Yeah,
Hmm.
and because I've raised a Tom turkey, the white-breasted, the biggest I've raised was 86 pounds.
Whoa.
Hey, baby.
see, we don't raise the broad
Last
breasted
one,
anymore because there's so much trouble with them mounting the females, if they can even mount.
yeah,
Yep.
So
that's
we
right.
go with the native
And the
heritage
last one I
ones,
butchered
bourbons,
last year when I
and
butchered the big Tom I had, he
Yeah,
was
they told me
56
that you'd
pounds.
have to artificial inseminate
so
the
I go with the
rest of those.
bourbons and
How the hell you do that?
the reds and the colored native heritage breeds, and I go with standards. I don't do the broad breast, but I
Yeah.
actually have a lot of wild turkeys around me.
Hmm.
And my native heritage turkeys will call them in out of the woods, and
Yeah.
then the next generation, they've crossbred with the wild turkeys. The feathers are gorgeous for crafting.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have
the
that
feathers
too. So I've got
are
Royal Palms
Beautiful.
and then I have Slate. And the Slates, so both of those are heritage and
yeah,
they'll
the blue
call in the
slate.
wild turkeys and they intermingle. And it's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
funny actually, because this year I'm like, hey, those turkeys look like they belong on my property and I'm a mile down the road. So, but
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, the miniature whites are a Polish breed, and the
Puppies, right?
Tom, he weighs about 25 pounds maybe, and
Mhm.
the hens they're a lot smaller. They go between 15 and 20 pounds. So they're
Okay.
just a nice sized bird. You don't want that over, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you don't want
they're
them
getting ready
too.
to sit on 15 eggs again.
like a really big chicken, as far as cooking goes. When you pluck them and butcher them down, they're like a really big chicken, as
Hmm.
opposed to
Aren't
the
they
Thanksgiving.
the heritage? Aren't they
Yeah,
heritage
so they're
turkeys?
gonna be like
The
that.
heritage
No,
turkeys
my
Yeah.
have
heritage
patterned
get big.
feathers and colors, and uh,
They're smaller.
they tend to they will call wild turkeys in and breed with them and mix with wild turkeys.
Yeah, and my heritage, so all of my heritage, when we butcher them out, we get anywhere, depending on when we butcher them, they're 13 pounds, and we've had all the way up to 32 pounds.
Yeah.
The ones I had were
Yeah.
smaller. They were the gray ones, or blue, or
Slate.
whatever.
I had an old Tom that hit almost 40 pounds, but he was an old Tom. I mean, he was an
Mhm.
old Tom.
Yeah, that's dog
He
food
had
right there.
size to
Yeah.
him.
Oh no, the one that I did 86 pounds was 9 months old. He got out during a thunderstorm and broke his leg. So my husband
Saw
shot the
that.
head off him, and the only way I could get him in the house to process him was roll him, flip a wheelbarrow onto its side, roll it into the wheelbarrow, flip it up, and then take it into the house and flip it in the bathtub. And that's where I did it. And I cut him in quarters, and half a pound, like a half a breast, was 22 pounds. So what
Whoa.
I did was, when I cooked it, it was so tender, and it was one big slice off, and I put in my husband's lunchbox. So he took it to
Wow.
work to let everybody try it at work,
Hey,
how tender the meat
hey,
was. A leg and a thigh was 16
yeah.
pounds.
Do y'all barbecue them? Because we barbecue our turkeys on the 4th of July here. We really do. We we
Yeah,
we
you can.
we debone them. We
Come on.
fillet the breasts off and take it down to just the
They
legs and wings,
barbecue their turkeys on the
hear the
4th of
ribs and
July in
everything,
Georgia.
and we barbecue it on the
Yeah,
See?
so
grill.
there's
Oh
actually
wow.
there's actually food trucks here. So in Kansas, and then well, yeah, I think that's where I first saw it was Renaissance Festival. And then I started noticing a few other food trucks popping up, and that's all they do is like turkey egg or turkey legs. So
Yeah, we do the whole bird. We fillet the breasts off, or we cook the breast like a roast on the grill.
yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Huh.
Y'all got a Renaissance festival there too?
Marinate it
Yeah.
for overnight. Marinate it overnight before you grill it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But we also
We
would
try 'em
wrap
here.
our corn in tin foil and grill the corn on the grill at the same time too.
Plus
Instead of boiling
my
it,
ducks are sitting on eggs right now.
we wrap it in tin foil and put it on the grill and roast it on the grill.
The corn.
Uh-huh. In the shuck, wrapped with tin foil right beside the turkey.
Yeah.
So we've done that too, but I want to say the best one we've done for corn wise is go ahead and butter and season it and put it directly on the grill and just watch it and roll it. Oh my God, it's so good. Street corn.
Yeah, we pull the shuck
I love
back and
street corn.
butter it and salt and pepper it, and then we pull the shuck up and twist it. But
Yeah.
then we put a little layer of tin foil to hold it together.
Okay. Yeah. I've done it that way. I don't care for, you get some hair stuck in there and that kind of thing, but
No. When you pull the shuck back, you can get those hairs off easy peasy. You
yeah.
cut the end off.
Yeah.
You cut the tip off. Take a knife and cut cut the tip off, and then take it under running water and run your hands back and forth like this on the cob, and you'll take off every string there is.
I'll
Then
try
you bring the
that.
shuck back up.
Okay, I'll try it.
Sweet corn's not as easy to do that way as field corn is.
I grow peaches and cream corn here, Georgia. So, and I don't have any problem with it.
I grew it too. I
None
grew it
at
in the
all.
greenhouse, high tunnel last year. But it's a pain because they're supposed to get it. You're supposed to process it within an hour after you pick it. Sweet corn. That's what I was
No,
told.
we just process it within 24 hours. I mean, you don't want to let it set out for 2 or 3 days because then it starts to dent in and dry up, and it starts to look like dent corn.
Yeah.
The one I got was tough.
But,
I let stay out.
You've got as long as you don't take the shuck off. If you wait, you can leave it in the shuck with the hair in it. You can wait for 24 hours before you process it if you can't get to it right then. And it don't hurt it. It's if you take the shuck off, it dries out.
Yeah.
Look at my ducks. My ducks are out there, and I've got one duck with its neck clear up in the air and its head up there, and she's literally just leaving her mouth open so the bugs fly in. That's the most lazy crap I ever seen. Oh, now the Drake's doing it too. He's like,
You
"That's a
should have
good
seen
idea."
them around here with those damn cicadas last year when we had all the cicadas hatch out all at the same time.
Yeah.
Every animal I had ate cicadas till they were just puking them up. The dogs, the cats, the birds, even the horses, the pig, and the goats.
Yeah.
'Cause we had so many. But yeah, they would eat
Man.
them till they couldn't eat
Hey.
anything else.
Hey, Yoda,
Yeah.
Jen just threw me a text. She just put maple syrup in gummy bear molds into her freeze dryer that she bought.
Oh,
Ooh.
I want
That'd
some
be good.
Oh, that sounds
Those
good.
sound good.
Because
maple
she's not,
candy. I want
because
some.
we told her, we told Jen to talk to you. We got her on our Zoom on Wednesday night, last night, and Skane's
Yeah.
girl and I, we told her to talk to you, get a hold of you,
Yeah.
talk to you about doing candy, how you do candy and everything.
Yeah.
Because
did
when
you
she
all give
came to
her
visit
my-
me on Saturday, she's got your email. She's going to email you.
Did you give her
And
my
she
number?
bought her freeze dryer.
Give her
Pardon?
my phone number.
I can give her your phone number. I'll give her your
Yeah,
phone number.
Yeah, give her my phone number and tell her to just call me. I'm working now and security is pretty tight. So call me after 5:30, 5:45.
I just
after
told
that.
her you're on ladies' night with us right now.
Yeah.
And she said, just sitting down near the fire. I was busy since 9 a.m. this morning because she's been doing her freeze dryer. Like she's done blackberries and she wants to do a whole bunch of, she's trying to clean her freezers out, right?
Yeah.
And freeze
Yeah.
dry everything. So we
Yeah.
told her you were the professional with the freeze dryers. So
Yeah. I actually
Is
have
it
some
worth
back
it?
orders I'm trying to get done now.
you might see
And
her
we
in
got
chat.
this high speed.
You-
Huh?
Is the freeze dryer worth
You
it?
might see
just
her.
for
She might come on and chat.
Oh, that's
I
fine. I can't
dehydrate
see every
Terminator, I am
chat,
going
so
to
if she
take you
pops
and put
let
you
me
in a
know.
kennel. That's my treat.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
can't see the chat because I'm on my phone. So if you see it, let me
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess
Okay.
it
Yeah,
does
I
say
will.
chat. Hang on. Maybe if I hit this button. Oh, yeah. No, I should not hit that button. So yeah,
You do what I do. I see
Yeah.
chat, but it's so tiny up in the corner, right-hand corner, that I can't read it. It's so tiny. I need a magnifying glass on the phone.
Yeah, it's on the bottom of my phone, and I just hit it, but I'm like, yeah, no, it didn't work. It was all blank,
So,
so I
Yoda,
can't see anything.
you like my haircut? Eh?
Oh,
I got my
is
haircut.
that cut? Get out.
I cut it all off. I put it in a
I did.
ponytail and took the scissors to it.
Did you
Eh?
look at
Yep,
that?
cut it all off.
Don't you
Yep.
feel better?
Oh, I was having headaches
Yeah,
when I was working in the garden because my hair is so thick.
yeah,
Because my one daughter's hair is the same way. When she was little, we used to carry her around by her hair, put it up in a
yeah.
big ponytail and lift her off the floor. and carry her around. She thought it was cool.
Hi.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
couldn't
that's
handle the
what.
thick hair.
Yeah, when I was talking to Starla, she messaged me like, I don't know, yesterday or something like that. And she was like, "Did you cut your hair? I was so worried about you. Your face is red and your hair is short." And I'm like, "Yeah, I cut my hair. I cut my hair and it's 90 degrees. Yes, I'm hot. My face is red."
Yes,
So
it's hot.
yeah. So I just got to do
That's
something to
funny.
get comfortable. But the screwy thing is, like now I'm comfortable on the farm, right? Because we don't use AC and that kind of thing. So I'm comfortable here, but then I go to work and they've got all AC and I'm dying. I'm like, oh, I'm so cold. I literally have a sweater that I keep there, and now I got to go get a blanket that I can keep there. So, because we're under the like everything we did is like if you use your AC, you get lazy. You're not going to go out and weed the garden. You're not going to do your garden 30. You're not going to, harvest and do all of that because it's more comfortable in AC, right? And so that's
Yeah,
Mhm.
why we don't use it.
I don't.
So,
I don't
I
like
do mine.
AC. I've never used it. Don't like it. My mother, I remember as a kid growing up, my sister put the AC on in her car. It was all new and everything. My mom ended up getting sick, ended up with pneumonia. She got too cold, and I swore I would never ever use it. I don't have it.
yeah.
I use my
Did
AC and I still go do my
If
garden
I
stuff.
want to get cooled off, I take a
Ditto,
bottle of
Sandra.
frozen
I
water
do
and stick it
too.
in front of the fan.
yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah, but so you say you
I'll
still
go
use
even
your
one better.
AC.
I
You
have a battery operated air conditioning unit that fits around my neck and blows cold air up my face. So that's
so
comfortable in the damn
Hats,
garden.
yeah, Mrs.
That's
Hats got
cheating.
one of those, and she was talking about
No.
that. But yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to rely on that. I just need my body to acclimate properly,
I'm
and
sorry, I'm
Boy,
in
damn.
Georgia, and when it's 98 with 90% humidity,
It's hot.
there is nowhere to go to get away from it,
Yeah.
honey, except down in a cave. Y'all hear me talking about caves? Caves are 60 freaking degrees all year round.
yeah.
Yes,
So
I shelter in
So
caves.
here we're with the heat index and humidity and that kind of thing. Last year and the year before, in July, we were dealing with 136 degrees.
Hmm.
It was 136
Holy
degrees
sh-
on the thermometer here,
Yeah,
And look for the extremes to continue and
but
probably get
it's
worse.
when it's
yeah,
that hot and it don't have any humidity, I can breathe. But when I have humidity, I can't breathe.
Yeah, you're drowning, right?
yeah. I mean, I've
Uh-uh.
noticed everybody is like choking on their snot and that kind of thing. It's just terrible. So I don't know, but anyway, we'll figure it out. So I think somebody let
Yeah.
somebody put some chalk up into space.
Tonight?
Mhm.
Oh,
China, Gates, put that chalk up there. So now we got a
Yeah.
greenhouse on top of greenhouses. So
I don't know. It's hard to breathe here.
um, and the COVID lung and all
Yes.
that stuff doesn't help either. So, there's just that kind of thing. And I haven't even I haven't even known there was such a thing as COVID lung until last year. And it's like, oh, well, you had COVID,
Yeah.
and so now your lung is tough, and
Yep.
here's what's going on with the scar tissue and that kind of thing. And
I already
I
had that.
worry
So
about people with that. So
That's where the mullein and the elderberry and stuff come in to
yeah,
play.
I'm gonna try the
yeah,
mullein, but I'm scared to. I'm scared it's gonna
yeah.
hurt me too
No,
bad
so the
before.
mullein, you can, like
It
I
might
said,
make
you
you
can do
cough,
that.
but it's not gonna hurt you.
It's
No,
gonna hurt me because I'm gonna cough
No,
shit
it's
up.
so
not.
I'm gonna
Tamber,
cough.
do you smoke at all? You don't. I never
Nope.
seen you
I'm gonna
smoke.
try to do it. I'm gonna try to smoke it. I'm drying some now.
So you could also, instead of smoking it, you could steam it and then put your head in and a towel over and breathe it
I
in and
told her
out.
that.
Just
I told her that. I don't know if she tried it or not.
boil it and then put your towel over your head.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know,
Put a towel over
the
your head, stick your face down in the pot, and then just
boiling
breathe
steam
in the
of
steam.
mullein over your head, breathe in.
Okay.
It's called a vapor tent, I think.
How much would you put in
Exactly.
the
Take
What
deep
I
breaths.
find funny,
I
is
just
every
pour
time
a
y'all are
handful
talking about
into a
putting a
small
towel
pot of
over,
boiling water.
y'all are actually like putting a towel over.
Because we do it. That's why.
That's what we're like.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, as you're saying it, you do the whole put. Yeah.
Well, you used to do eucalyptus and stuff when you have a cold.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Get
Where's
that
Gaines?
snot out of
She's
there.
from Louisiana.
Yeah,
I know
because
you want
if
better.
you,
Make you one out of plastic trash bags.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
because
think?
if you leave all that mucus in there, you're gonna get pneumonia. And so the
No,
other
I will.
important thing, yeah, the other important thing to do too is you go outside, take a deep breath like you're smelling roses, and
Take
then
what?
push
Take
out
what?
your breath as hard as you can, and you're gonna cough. And so don't be weary of that. Just keep doing it. Get all of that out.
I've coughed up some black stuff before.
Now I
Because-
caught COVID in December 19. Just as a matter of fact, Christmas.
We did
When
too.
I came
That's
down
funny.
with COVID, I literally came down with COVID Christmas Eve 2019.
It didn't exist.
No.
It didn't exist. How'd that happen?
When I
You know
went
I'm
to
being
the
a smart
doctor,
ass right now,
when
right?
I went to the doctor, when I went to my Chinese doctor on January 7th, because I still had the spinning dizzies, there was something wrong with my ears.
Yep.
He called it that new mystery Chinese virus.
Yep.
Yeah.
It didn't have a name or anything, but I got so congested that I did what my grandmother. Now, Yoda, you don't know, but my granny was a herbal country healer.
Uh-huh.
And so I treated myself like I had influenza, which is you put a board on, lean a board at a 45-degree angle. I use my bed.
Uh-huh.
And then you lay on that board, feet up, head down. You put a bucket under you, and you have someone beat on your back, starting at the bottom, and beat up towards your head in a rhythm. And you run all that fluid up until it's right here. And when you cough, it comes out your mouth, your nose, your ear ducts. And I think it tried to come out my ears, and that's why I had the ear infection.
For asthma.
But I got it out. I mean, I puked, and it wasn't puke, it was cough. It was coming from my lungs. Buckets of pure water.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Mucus.
when they were sitting there putting people on ventilators, and I'm a lab tech and a field medic, and I'm like, no. You can't put a person who's got fluid on their lungs on a ventilator. You have to get fluid off the lungs first. They were killing people.
They were killing people, and they got paid $45,000 per person that died from it.
How did you get better? And I told him that I did that, and then elderberry syrup, right? 4 times a day for weeks. He said, don't tell nobody. That's not protocol. I said, well, I'm treating my kids the same way if they get it. I'm treating my grandbaby the same way if they get it. No, I'm not taking no damn shots. Don't ask me. Don't come near. Because they did. They called me up when the vaccine.
Hey, Yoda, you know what I did?
Or had a name. They called me up. You need to come down and get a vaccine. Oh, hell no. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Nope.
Would not
you know what I did with Mullen?
I told the doctor, I said, look, I don't need you. I cured myself. I can get up and walk out of this office. If you ever try to push me into taking that again, I told my whole family, it's a government experiment. It's an experiment on the population. I was cussed at. I was blocked on Facebook. I still have some that will never speak to me again.
Who cares?
Because I told them they were freaking morons for going down there and taking an experimental shot that hadn't been,
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, I've got a coworker.
Oh yeah, they're figuring it out all right. They weigh 100 pounds more. They have health problems now.
Not all of them, way more. I've got a coworker who is definitely suffering. She's 25 years old, and now she has heart issues because she took that jab.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's my son. My kids that were in the military took it so their families wouldn't have to. And
Yeah.
now they
Let's
both
say
have heart issues, bad heart issues.
with it,
Yeah.
the next
And
pandemic
they're
gonna be
actually
fungal.
getting letters from the military. Lucas, his is the worst. He's the one who's got really bad heart issues. They retired him early with full retirement. They have to pay his medical for the rest of his life, and they're giving him a monetary settlement.
Oh, wow.
Now,
So they're
William, on the
admitting.
other hand, bless his little heart, he gets sick all the time now. He didn't used to get sick, but now, he catches every little cold, every little, his immune system. But he's
Yeah.
still in.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see if he gets a monetary settlement for ruining his health.
I don't know. Garen was so pissed off when they sent him a letter and said, come back. We're not going to force you to take the jab. And he literally, first time I ever heard my husband ever say it. And he
Hey.
said they can go F themselves. No. And he was pissed and sore. I think he is still pissed and sore. I get to hear about it, but we gave up everything, gave up retirement, the whole 9 yards. So
And the thing about it is, though, I mean, they did the same thing to soldiers after Vietnam. Exact same thing.
yeah.
And then I guess it was in the 80s when it became fashionable again, just like it is now. You go through revilement and disillusionment and just plain outright abuse in the public eye.
Yeah.
And now they want to make nice.
No,
Because
I'm not
they
hearing
need-
that. I'm not
they
hearing that they
need
want to
Trump.
make nice.
When
I'm not
Trump
hearing
took
they want to make
office-
nice. In
when
fact,
Trump took office,
didn't somebody
Goldman
just stand
popped
up?
back up again because he made
Didn't-
promises.
Didn't somebody just stand up and say that everybody that voted for Trump has a mental disorder? 80
Oh my God.
million people have a mental disorder. Mental disorders
No,
are running
80
rampant.
million people chose the lesser of two evils. They voted for the devil they thought they knew, as opposed to the devil they got the last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't. I mean, and it wasn't even Biden. Biden's dead. Biden's been dead.
Could you imagine if Kamala Harris was in office? We'd all be screwed. We'd be so screwed right now.
Oh no! If Kamala Harris was in office, we would no longer be the United States.
No. The Russia just put out a threat today. I need to go back and read it and confirm everything. But Russia is now threatening the United States over the Iran thing. So
Yeah, because they're selling them the nuclear fissionable material, and they're selling this, that, and the other. And I mean, Iran and Russia are allies, the same as the U.S. and Israel are allies.
I need to go back and verify everything that I'm seeing and hearing. So
And I'm sorry, but Putin is an alpha male, exactly like Trump is an alpha male.
I think that's why
the internet's trying to tell us something. It keeps going out.
That might
You definitely
it's
don't
happening
need-
here all day long with the storm and stuff, and it's never usually doing that.
Yeah.
It could be solar flares too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in an area of high activity.
yeah.
Yeah, we were having something going on last night. It actually messed up our Starlink for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I know when y'all were on earlier today, Miss Prepper, with
YouTube is
me,
messing with.
every 2 or 3
with All
minutes it
American.
would freeze up and just buffer, and then you'd come back in, but I was lost in the conversation because I missed a minute and a half.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you gotta remember
Messing
too.
with
that
All
And the whole
American.
screen was like that.
Yeah,
YouTube
Starlink
is messing
also
with All
has
American.
satellites. Yeah, but Starlink also has satellites over Russia. And if you remember, they were shooting those satellites down last fall, I believe. And it was so we didn't have communications. So we're right back in the same thing. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, in the chat, Yoda Starla said thought you quit when you were smoking.
I think YouTube
Oh,
is
who
messing with
said
All
that?
American.
Oh,
Starla.
Starla, hush your mouth.
I tried, but quit. So I roll my own. I grow my own. Leave me alone.
I roll my own, I grow my
Hey,
own,
hey,
and then
hey.
I use these. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. They're called
Tar
tar
Yeah.
bars, and they collect the nasties. And do I have a used one here? Wait a minute, look in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
And so
yeah, yeah.
I quit so I could have the surgery, and trying to stay out of surgery right now. And then the stress got so high with everything that was going on, and I started again. So you
But
notice I'm
anyway,
not sharing on my channel, Starla.
here is one. I don't know if you can see the brown at the top. That's the tar and stuff that's in a cigarette. It catches it so it don't go in your lungs.
Oh, in your but you're rolling your own, you're doing all that? Are
Yeah,
you
yeah. I
growing your own?
cigarettes. I have an electric roller, and it just fits together like this.
Uh-huh.
And you
Yeah,
push
but
it
are you
right up
buying the
to the.
tobacco? Are you buying the tobacco? Are you doing
I
pipe
have
tobacco?
organic tobacco coming out of Virginia.
Oh, so you are buying it. Yeah.
Do you
So
know how tobacco is made now? Because my grandpa was a tobacco farmer, and back in the day, they would go to the tobacco auction, which is you would take like 1,000-pound bale of tobacco. It was in a four-corner tarp, and you'd go to the warehouse, and all the farmers would have a bale of their best laid out, and the representatives would come through, and they would pick it up, and they would feel it, and they would smell it, and they would observe it, make sure it was perfect, and then they would bid on it. And Granddaddy always sold his to Philip Morris, always. Well, now they don't do that no more. Now what they do is they contract with the farmer to grow the tobacco. It is shipped to a warehouse, or excuse me, a facility of some kind, where they shred it, grind it into a powder, add water to it, and turn it into a paste. And when it's in that paste form, they add nicotine, they add other shit to it. Then they pour it out in sheet pans and dry it like paper. Then they cut it and roll it into cigarettes.
mm-hmm.
It's how they put stuff in there. It's how they put in extra nicotine and stuff.
It's the extra chemicals, the sugar to
Yeah.
get you
So
addicted and that
if
kind of
you're
thing.
getting cigarettes and they don't have stems poking through the sides, and you're not smoking natural tobacco, you're smoking processed tobacco.
Right. What you want.
I
If you're
have to actually, go through and filter and clean it. I have to clean it before I roll it. I have to pull the stems out
I leave the stems in. Why do you pull them out?
because they punch holes in the side and they stop up my electric roller.
I mean, I just clean mine out. I don't have an electric. I do manual. So the cutter is in
You have a
there.
stem that long, you just turn it sideways and roll it up in there. I don't. I pull them
I
out.
buy the tube. So I buy the tube, and that goes in there, and then I put the tobacco in. I've got a cutter in there, and then it cuts it, and I throw it in. And I've had to do several different types of tobacco. I had one Indian tobacco a neighbor gave me to try, and I tried that. That one is actually put up. That's medicinal. That one will clear you out like nobody's business. I
Now
was
I
getting
use.
bronchitis. I smoked two. I not two. Did I get? What did I get? I got 2 puffs off the first one. Then I tried it again. Got 3 puffs off of that one, and I was completely fine the
Yeah,
next day. It
I
was
make
weird.
kinnikinnick. I do make my own kinnikinnick, which is Indian tobacco,
Hmm.
shredded cedar, shredded mullein.
I
All
think this
equal
one was
amounts, blend it
something
up,
that,
and then you smoke in a pipe.
no, I rolled it.
Well, you
This
can roll
one,
it too. I mean, it's just it's an
mhm.
Indian smoking blend is all it is.
No, that's not what I
Called
got. It was
kinnikinnick.
called, no, that's not what I got. What he gave me, I believe it was White Mountain specifically is what it was called. And so now those tobacco leaves I have in a jar, they're stored away.
He's that
Those are
way.
only for medicine. So,
Yeah,
but
my husband said you're
you
not
got to
understanding
remember
what
too, like
kinnikinnick is.
we're in,
Kinnikinnick is the word for Indian tobacco, is forever and ever and ever. And each person makes their own blend. Kinnikinnick is the plant blended, the tobacco plant, native tobacco plant,
mhm.
unaltered, whatever, just, traditional first. Europeans found it
Well, if
tobacco.
it's blended, it's not traditional,
And
right?
no, it is, because it's blended with cedar bark, the inner
It's
cedar
hybrid.
bark.
That's hybrid.
No, you're not listening. To make the smoke blend, Knick is a blend for smoking that's been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Okay.
Knick is just what they called it when they put it in their pipes.
Okay.
And it's Indian tobacco with,
Okay.
say, like wild cherry bark.
Okay.
I gotta go, y'all. I gotta
or
go unload
cedar bark.
feed.
Depends on what they were trying to cure.
Bye, Tambra.
Bye, Tambra.
Yeah, no, that's good. So that's not a problem because I'll just ask G to talk about it when he gets to work on Monday. He works for the tribal government,
Okay,
and
good.
the
Ask him.
elders are really cool about sharing information.
Yeah,
So,
ask him about Knick.
yeah, so
And
I'll
that's the way
talk.
it's pronounced, Knick.
Yeah, so I'll ask about that, and then, but we live in tobacco country, so
Oh, North
it
Carolina,
works
honey.
very, very well
North
here.
Carolina. Don't tell me about tobacco. North Carolina, baby.
No, nope. Western Missouri, Northeast Kansas, we got it.
Yeah, I know you got it, but not like North Carolina and Virginia.
I'm gonna have to say you guys are more industrial than anything else. Big pharma.
Yes, you're right. North Carolina has really gone that way, and Virginia
Yeah.
also.
Thank you.
I'm in the mountains of Georgia now, North
Yeah.
Georgia. I'm in Lower Appalachia,
Yeah.
and I have friends that are in West Virginia, off grid, completely off grid. Who have started. I have a lot of friends that are doing the off grid homesteading thing, that are starting to bring back the old ways and the old plants
Yeah.
instead of the genetically tweaked shit that they're putting out now. But yeah, go
Genetically
to tribal and
modified.
ask them about Knick. It might be specific to Eastern Band Indians. I don't know. I only know Iroquois and Cherokee. I don't know about out
Yeah.
west.
So most of them here in Kansas actually, so they're mortified by the way the East Coast was treated and that kind of thing. They're trying to make it right off of the reservation in Oklahoma. There's only so much they can do because
Oh, I've got family
everybody
out
was
there.
ran through the
Broken Arrow,
Europeans.
Oklahoma. That's where my cousins and my aunties and my uncles live. From St. Louis. From St. Louis, the family split in half. Some went to Charleston, South Carolina. Some went to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
That's because of how dark they were.
Yeah, because it was illegal to marry white, and they had it listed that they were French.
No, Indians should have been listed. They were black. That's how my papa was.
The ones that could not pass got sent to Broken Arrow.
Interesting, huh?
Well, the cousin Bubba and then my cousin Sissy is blonde hair and blue eye, and she was in the Air Force and stuff. But Bubba and Junior are just blue black hair, copper skin.
Yeah.
So it depended. The white side of the family went to South Carolina. The darker side of the family went to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Well, if you ever come up to Kansas, you might be careful about what you say to what people, because there's blue-eyed, blonde hair, and white skin, and they are full-blooded Indians. So
yes, you look at me. I am half to three quarters.
I mean,
I'm half to three quarters.
Great. All right, guys.
It might be the Iroquois too, because there's a lot of gray eyes and red hair in Iroquois. My dad was Iroquois. My mama was Cherokee Creek.
All right. Hey, guys, it's after 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to have to cut out. So I got to get up at 6 a.m.
We got excited because Yoda was here, y'all.
I know. Yoda was the belle of the ball.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate it, but I'm not sure about that.
Everybody wanted to talk Yoda.
I'm going to go do my own thing, y'all.
All right.
All right. Everybody have a good evening.
Yeah. Be 10% better tomorrow than you were today. And go live a life done free. I'm out.
Bye, Yoda. Thank you.
That was nice.
Yes,
it was.
All right, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it a night as well. I can't believe that we did this for a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even going to sign off. I'm just going to go smoke a cigarette and say, good night, y'all. I'll see you Monday. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves.
Yep.
Thank you. All right,
Thank
you.
Permanent.
Good night.
Everybody keep your head on a swivel. Keep your ears and eyes open. Prep as much as you can. Prep spiritually, mentally, physically, every way that you can, because times are short. Take care. Stay safe. Terminator
Yes.
out.
All right, Shannon.
I've got 2 of them. For the men, James 4, verse 10, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. And for the women, Matthew 18, verses 19 and 20. If 2 of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them. Amen, folks. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Shannon. Everybody in the chat, join us on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over Sunday night. Shannon will have her live. Awesome. Y'all check her out.
My birthday.
Yes,
51.
and happy birthday.
Yeah.
So everybody have a blessed evening, and we'll see y'all Monday.
See ya.